Welcome back to the glorious Novosplovo. We're out in the frozen wastes, and our city's going okay so far. At the end of the last episode, we finished off our commercial zone, and things are going okay. We've got a solid industry zone over here at Lennon Industrial, looking pretty good. We've got Putin Plaza, which is where we focused our commercial efforts for the city, and that's looking pretty good. Our Rico demand for residential office and industry is okay. We could use some more industry, but it's not a big problem. Mainly when the Rico's out of balance, it just means you could have more. If you need more residential, it often means the shops don't have enough customers, and the industrial doesn't have enough workers. But definitely when the other two are higher than the residential, there's just a general demand for just expansion, but nothing's really falling short. Our landfill site is only 20% full. That's not too much of an issue, but unless we pick up the pace, things might slow down quite a lot. But the big thing that caught my eye at the end of last session was the huge problem that we have over here with all of this traffic trying to leave the city. Once again, the industrial district is really playing havoc on our infrastructure because this road going out of it is, it seems, too thin. For some reason, these cars only use the one lane and the trucks, and they have serious issues getting out of the city because of that. Now, I think that might be because we have a problem with one of these roads. And a closer inspection shows us that one of the roundabout sections is kind of facing the wrong way. So all of the trucks that want to leave out here have to go into these 3 lanes, which means they have to take that lane to get out of here. Now, this is supposed to be a 2-lane highway, and if we open this up, that should free up a lot of traffic. So we're going to hit the roads tool, pause the game a little bit. We're in the green as far as cash goes, so that's okay too. And I think we can probably afford a loan or two. Let's see what the loan panel says. No, not quite yet. We can take a 20k loan, which we might have to do, but we're on 6k at the moment. It's not where we want to be, but it's an okay number. Travis Jackson Boulevard. These are all way too Western names. Oh my god. Need to inject some Russian street names into this place. But before we do that, we're going to hit the roads tool, and we're going to modify some of these mother truckers. Now, this is supposed to be a 2-way. So what's gone wrong? We smash that. Smash this. We want, what's this? 6-lane, 1-way. And let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is where we want it to be. Now, has that fixed things? It's fixed things for here. It's still 1-way around here. But as the arrows show, this section here isn't 1-way either. So we'll fix that too. And this might be great for our city. Bam! Okay, now let's see what happens when we open this up and let the traffic change lanes. That's right, yes. So both of these lanes are turning right, and it's freed up traffic a fair bit, I think. Man, it's a real science configuring your roads properly, but it looks like we've still got a bit of a situation here. They still all want to use that middle lane. Why is that? What are you guys doing? What can I do to make you happy? What can I do to make you use both lanes? In fact, this is supposed to be a 3-lane. Gridlock. Every city builder's worst enemy. But why does it happen to me? What's going on in Novosplovo that's got these guys going single lane? Maybe it's time to turn my industry into a 1-way section. I might have to dislodge all of this traffic. I'm going to make this a 1-way route out of the city. And if they want to come in, they have to come around the roundabout this side and go over to this section of the city. That might make things better because it looks like the traffic coming into the city to the industrial area is much less than the industry going out. So let's try that. Okay, looks pretty good. And now we trash this one and make it a... Ooh. Oh no, the cars, they've been deleted. Except this truck, he managed to make it. So we're going to... Lucky son of a gun. We're going to bring over the road this way now. And oh my god, not enough money. Not enough cashola. Well, we can increase the speed to avoid us having to take out a loan. There we go. Bam. So has this helped? Oh, it's looking good so far. Yes. The square has been saved. Hallelujah! All right, so, as it turns out, bigger roads solve all problems. Now, one of the things I looked at on the workshop section, I think that's probably one of my most used phrases, one of the things I looked at. But I was checking out the workshop. It's a great place to find fixes and different options for all kinds of things. But I found a whole bunch of... Oh, no, wait, what's this? A whole bunch of intersections that I downloaded. There's a three-way here. Oh, cloverleaf. There's also double roundabout exit. And the metro. Whoa, what's the metro? Well, that requires a population of 3,600. And the other ones, they're a bit closer at 1,900. It looks like we fixed our traffic issues, though, for the time being. So maybe it's time to expand our industrial area. We also bought this whole section of land over here, but I'm thinking about going super stylish with this. I want to have like a proper Russian theme, and so I want to design a giant hammer and sickle, maybe a Soviet star or two, as an area for us to put some industry. So how about we paint down some Soviet stars in roads? So we're going to pause the game and start building our road section now. How do you do a 5-pointed star? Not a 6-pointed star, because we're not trying to spread Judaism here. We're trying to spread communist fear and an iron curtain, iron grip rule over our poor innocent, I would say. Yeah, look, these guys are probably innocent. Over our poor residential area, and I don't know, who would want to live in a place like this? Honestly, you don't come to Novosplovo because you're looking for a vacation. You don't come here because you want to live it easy on the beach, sipping margaritas and wearing Hawaiian shirts. No, sir! You come to Novosplovo because you want to test yourself against the harshest environment a cityscape can offer. That's right, the frozen north of Siberia, we'll say. Now, in fact, here's an idea. We could redesign a whole intersection to be a star shape. That's really ambitious, though, and with 3,000 coins in the bank, it's not really realistic. So let's keep the time rolling on and see what we can do to improve the lives of our existing citizens. Healthcare looks okay. Everyone's happy with that. And industry doesn't really need that. But what's this? There's a power situation over here. No, I think that's fine. Traffic's good, everything's green, and green is good. Oh, now fire could be a problem, especially over here in the industrial area. Problem is, though, fire departments, not only do they cost money, but the upkeep can be a bit criminal. Look at that, 560 simoleons a week. We're only getting a 500 surplus now, and it's going down because we're actually losing population. As you can see, demand for industry is going down, commercial and residential is slowly going up. So we've got to keep an eye on that. It might even be worth taking out the road section here and making this one way. Oh, whoa, what's going on here? Oh no, it's okay, just the truck got stuck. Damn trucks, always getting stuck. Yeah, let's put a pause on it because we're slowly losing money, slowly losing population as well, down to 1,600. And we want to be climbing towards those goals because the higher population we get, better things work out for everybody involved. Now, the problem with like City Skylines is you always have a cash problem. You always do. You're always trying to make the most out of the money that you've got, but stay in the green, improve services while not blowing the bank out too much. Now, one of the big things that might be happening, and a change that happens in snowfall, is that people want hot water a lot more than they do when they live in like the Sahara Desert. Go figure. Because the water coming through here is ice cold, and we need to keep the pipes warm so they don't freeze over. So what I want to do is see if I can find that water heating stuff. It should be in here somewhere. Let's see. A fresh water outlet. Lets out excess water in the system, creating lakes, ponds, evaporates, turn on and off, possible flooding. No, we don't need that. A pumping service. Flooded buildings. That's again a disastrous thing. A tank reservoir. Is a water reservoir. The city pumps more water than it needs. The excess is stored in the tanks. If a pump fails, or the need for water rises, the tanks give out the water. Improves automatically. The reservoir automatically supplies the city if the water need is greater than production. Must be connected to water pipes. All right, so this is pretty cool. It's expensive, but it helps us in cases like a drought, which I don't think there should be. And a water treatment plant. Don't want to pump raw sewage into the water. No, I don't. You can build a water treatment plant. To reduce the environmental impact of the city, 85%. Wow, okay, that's pretty good. And if, oh my god. Whoa. Look at all that poo. The bay's completely polluted. We've got an issue here. We've got a big issue. police, that's doing okay. Everybody's happy. There's not that much crime, which is surprising for Novosplovo, because these are some violent son of a guns. This is the hub, a hive of scum and villainy in the Siberian wastes. But somehow, there's honor among thieves, and these guys are not doing any stealing. Schools, though, oh no, that's a bad business right there. So we've got an elementary school, or rather a Wakona. Is that a Wakona? It's an elementary school, apparently. It's got 32. There's 32 elementary students in the city. It's got a capacity of 300. Okay. Man, well, what are we going to do? It's easy to just kind of keep playing the game, keep building more areas to kind of match your district needs. But I don't want to go too crazy. I want to keep an eye on our population, because the next big milestone opens up big things for us. So I think certainly it's about making Lenin Industrial a much bigger powerhouse. I don't want to make this industrial park too much bigger, because already we have traffic problems, and those are probably only going to get worse. And ideally what we want to do is bring off another intersection from our cool intersection design area. Here it is. Maybe I really like the double roundabout, and I really like the Metro 3. But that's a bit of a dream away. That's 3,600. Wow, whoa, hang on a sec. There's an upkeep on that? Do roads have upkeep? Maybe they do. Are we paying money for these big roads that we have that aren't doing anything for us? I'll tell you what, let's redesign this road section here. So we want to make sure that this comes off the roundabout and comes back on, and there's often lots of traffic going towards commercial zones. So we're going to come off like this. No, that's not going to work. What about like this? Perfect. And then we're going to come back onto it via here. Bam. Wow, now is that going to confuse things? Maybe. It's a bit of a grid, but this has definitely still got the feel of the central square. And don't worry, the dream is still alive for planting that massive iron angel right in the center. Where is it? Where are you, you son of a gun? I know you're around here somewhere. No, these are trees. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. No, it's not that one. Where are you, my Russian friend? What's this? Annunciation Cathedral? Ukraine. Oh, looks like a badass. And it'll fit. Would it fit right in the middle of there? No, it's just a bit too big. That's a shame, but it would go anywhere else beautifully. Aha, but there she blows, the Novosplovan Jewel of the North. A shining beacon to all who would dare face the might of Russia. That's right. Watch yourselves. I think what we might do, actually, is we're going to invest in some more ploppable Reco. Now, I've done this before, and it's an expensive way of getting more houses in, but it's also a much more compact way of doing it. I don't want to make Stalin Depths too big. I want this to be as big as it is right now. So if we get a ploppable Reco, well, first up, we're going to take a loan. And I do this with a heavy heart, but 20 grand and only end up paying off 1 extra K isn't too bad, and we can use that money to plop down some Reco. I can't actually unlock any of these yet. Wait, no, actually I can. Or can I not use it until I have that? Remember to have a look at the newly unlocked police station. I've got one. So these things aren't locked. Oh, but they are expensive. Look at this. That's only $600. 10,000 squares of residential zone built. Level 2, 10 households. Okay. 36 households for 900 simoleons. Let's splash some of these down. Is this going to work? Maybe it will. That's beautiful. Look at that tower block. In fact, we're going to trash this one quickly. Yup. Sorry about that. And make that look a bit neater. Man, I'm really thankful that some of these are so cheap. This one holds 24. So we can probably squeeze 2 of these in here as well. Oh, that fits beautifully. Look at that. Oh, yeah. So the residential demand should go down now really fast. And the population should go up really fast. That is what I'm talking about. That's the Russian spirit. Okay, so we're getting pop. But what's this? We're getting population, so why is our bank balance tanking? It's going up now, slowly. But we might even break 1,900 with this. Oh, exciting times. 26 households, 35 of 36. 21 of 24, 24 of 24. So these places are filled up to the max. It's pretty good. But do they have an upkeep cost? What's the deal? What's the deal with these buildings? Doesn't look like it. Sure, whatever. But if we can put it down, we can put it down. I'm not going to argue with the hand that fates dealt us. Wait, what's that? Did somebody crash a tanker here and leave it? What the dickens? Man, well, Siberia for you. So industrial's climbing as residential is going down. But what I'd also like to do is replace even more of these houses we have here, the freebies, with this ploppable Rico, because it is a dream come true as far as population goes. Oh, population's going down again, but we want to get back up to where we were before, that sweet spot of about 1,900. That's the goal that we're going for, that's the dream. And we're going to live that dream. Oh, I definitely like the whole tower blocks here at the back, they look amazing. Super fantastic. So what's this thing? We already built one of these, didn't we? Now, this is all dense residential. Is that going to be bad for us in the future? Might be. These Panelkas cost $5,000 each. That's not cheap. Now, will it automatically bulldoze these things when we try and build this? Maybe. Bam. A couple of unhappy faces. So to appease these dudes, what I might do is build a park in between. Oh, somebody's already building a house there. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Wait, now the demand for residential is going up even quicker? What? How does that work? We've got loads of population here. 9 of 10. 8 of 10. This has got 19 and 24. These places are filling up, so what's the deal with this requirement? Why is the demand for residential going through the roof now that we've built a few of these? There's no bubbles up here telling people that they're upset with what they're doing. I'll tell you what though, maybe it's time to move our sewage over to somewhere else. We've unlocked this area over here, so we could make use of this and plunk down the sewage pipe way over here. It's a bit out of the way. There's a lighthouse down here. It looks pretty cool. Not for long, though. I love the decoration on the coast here. It's pretty cool. Bam. Now, to power that sucker, we're just going to put down a wind turbine. And then we're going to drag a water pipe all the way home. Oh, here we go! A geothermal heating plant and boiler station. So this is what we need to keep our people happy in terms of heated water. But both of them unlock at 1,900. We're going to get there. We're going to get there this session. So hold tight. There's the pipe. Now, if we just connect this to the network, is that going to halve the amount of poo coming out of here? It might do. Nah, who knows? But what's going on? Industry's dropped off the face of the earth. Commercial's still there, but there's no demand for this. There's just everybody wants somewhere to live. Why does everybody want to live in Novosplovo? It's a crap heap. There's absolutely no reason to come and live here, unless you really like bears. I don't know. Do you guys like bears? Sure, I don't mind bears, but as an occupational hazard in my place of residence, I feel like I'd opt out. You know. So we're going to build a new residential area over here. We're going to have to build an intersection. I really wanted to break 1,900 so I could use these new intersections that are on there. Urgh. Let's double check what they require. A small roundabout. A large roundabout. How big is this thing? Oh, I need more pop. Yeah, so it's 1,900 for a double roundabout exit. And I like the idea of that. I really want to plonk that right here. I think this would be a great place for it. We can put the hammer here and the sickle here. And that'd be a great 2 residential zones that we can plonk down. How are we going to do it? How are we going to get to 1,900 without over-expanding over here? Well, I'll tell you what, we could just put some residential down here. And we're going to do that. It's close enough to the commercial to not be too obnoxious. But if we stretch out over here, I think this is honestly some pretty prime real estate anyway. Is that going to work? We could do that. Looks a bit janky there, doesn't it? What's there? Okay, that looks ridiculous, but I love it. I love it. We're going to paint down residential and see what happens. Are people going to move in? We'll also put some commercial over here. Now make sure these things are piped up. Oh, they are. But this guy needs a pipe over here. A little pip. And residential is way on the way down. So does that mean that Rico doesn't actually conflict with your demand? Doesn't actually appease that? It might be. And I don't think they pay taxes. Maybe we just got like a load of Russian squatters in here. To be honest, actually, maybe high density residential doesn't pay that much in the way of taxes. Either way, though, we definitely need to make these people's lives better so they get more educated and they can pay more taxes. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the income we've got now. And that's just from splashing down a little bit of industrial, a little bit of commercial, and a little bit of residential. Does that mean we can put some down here as well? What do you reckon? I reckon we can put down a couple more tower blocks over here at least. Let's do it. Let's go crazy on with this shit. And what's the capacity on these? Oh no, these are expensive ones. We don't want to do that. Whoa! Look at the size of this thing! Oh, there's some pretty cool buildings along here. And not all of them are super expensive, although most of them are. 75k. Whew. What is that? It's a lighthouse, level 3 Rico. And it's residential still. Oh, it looks really fancy though, I like it. I like the look of it. What's that thing? Oh my god, it's huge. I really want the whole city filled with these in the end. Oh yeah, we're getting way closer. Whoa, and it's going down again. And our weekly income's going down as well. What is it about ploppable Rico? It's just sucking all of the money out of our system. And it shouldn't do. We're getting higher population. These colored bars indicate the demand for buildings by their zone types. Why is it when we put down ploppable Rico, it seems to increase demand rather than satiate the thirst for it? So confusing. I'm very confused right now, in case you hadn't gleaned that. We're back in the green as far as money goes, and I think we might tip over 1,900. That's our goal for this episode. Come on, let's get there. Bam! Okay, this should tip us over. Come on. Luck be a lady tonight. Yeah! Boomtown! There we go. Novosplovo has Novosploded. We've got 1,900 residents, and we're looking great. It's going slower than I thought, but I don't want to mess this up. I want to build wide rather than tall and worry about that later, because if you build wide, you leave yourself a lot more room as far as traffic goes. The worst thing is when you condense everything into a very small space, and to fit public transport in there, you have a real hard time. And now that milestone has unlocked for us public transport. So that's something that we can dive into next time. Oh, and look at this. We've unlocked double roundabouts. Now, doesn't that look amazing? Also, a cloverleaf intersection. Oh yeah, we can pop that down. A ferry pathway. Aha! So if we wanted to, we could buy an island off the coast. Sure, why not? And we could put a little village over there, and they could get the ferry to and from it. We could even have this is like a ferry island. That'd be pretty cool. I wonder if there's a way to clear up the water here. Is this going to be poo forever? I hope not. Stalin Depths would not appreciate that. But until next time, guys, take care.